Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Here's another one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. She said, what? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. She's a torta with some bad habits. Bye-ya, bye-ya, bye-ya-ee-ya-ee-ya-ee-ya. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. In a menudo style in a direct fashion, we're going to get straight into it. But before we do, please hit that like and subscribe button so that way you're abreast of all the dope content the Gun is bringing each and every day of this week, man. And I appreciate you guys highly for all the support and all the feedback I've been getting. Man, it's banging and I appreciate it. So you see the thumbnail and you know the topic of the day, right? Topic of the day is this. A lot of people, ever since I started YouTube, have wondered, where does Gunner live? Where does Gunner dwell? He's dwelling in the lab. It's 24/7. Guard! Should I tell him? I'm going to tell him. Should I? Fuck it, let's tell him, right? We don't know where that author lives, but a lot of people have wondered where the gun is posted. What am I doing? You know, where's my life taking me? And it's a long story, but I'm going to condense it into about 20, 25 minutes, right? And I'm going to let you guys know exactly what it is. Because I feel that if for no other reason, you know, I'm tired of beating around the bush. I'm tired of playing games, man. It's time for truths. You know, in order to make changes in my life that I'm trying to make, I have to be transparent. I have to be direct, man. I ain't going to tell you my address, my street address, but I'm going to give it to real, right? When I first started YouTube, I was in Newark, California. I don't know if any of you guys know where Newark is. It's right by San Jose, Fremont area. I have a lot of family from there. You know, I have a lot of family, like primos, primas, tios, tias, and that's where I was staying, you know, but, you know, getting out of prison, going in and out, and the lifestyle I lived, I wasn't grounded, man, meaning I didn't have a real pillow to lie on. I was kind of moving from family member to family member's house. I was trying to get it together. I stayed for many years constantly trying to get my shit together. Hey, ain't that the trip, right? Ain't that what a lot of us go through that are incarcerated half our lives? You know, being in and out of prison my whole life, I never really set roots down. There was times when I had my own spot, or there was times when I was staying with a family member for a long period of time. But then I got locked back up. I lost everything I had. Shit was in storage, lose the storage, all that shit. You know, it seemed like tweaker shit, only it wasn't tweaker shit, it was gangster shit. But that's what you have to look forward to if you're involved in gangster shit, right? Losing everything that you've accumulated over time. I used to work, lose it, work, lose it, work, lose it. Man, the story of my life. So when I first started Gunners Collective, I decided that for no other reason to establish a channel. I was living in Califas right there in Newark, California, and I was fluctuating from there to Modesto. Facts and truth, man. I have a abuelita that lives in Modesto, lived in Modesto half my whole life. So I would go in between her fucking couch and my prima's couch over there in Newark, Califas. That's where I was. Remember, little ass room. Those of you that remember, I had my fucking, my little ass bed, and I had my fucking t-shirts in the back, my rolling fucking closet. That was me. That's what I was doing. Now I have family that are based out of the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Washington, Idaho. I have family that have moved out there to make a better life. They have decided that if for no other reason, Califas wasn't it. You know, you can only do so much in California. There's only so many jobs. There's a whole lot of people. And I mean, to raise children and to really go out there and wiggle, it's not a good look, man. You know, there's constant shooting, there's constant gangbanging, there's constant drogas everywhere in the streets. Little did they know it was going to be everywhere. But I mean, California's always been ahead of the curve, man. It's always been a bad place to dwell. Unless you got you a cool little spot in the corner homes, you mind your own business and just shut the fuck up. Then it's good. But for the most part, man, that's what it is. So in about 2000, I think it was 13 or 14, man, you know, I decided that for no other reason to trip out on it, to check it out. I had just got off parole. You know, my jefita had given me a phone call and she was like, mijo, there's a lot of jobs up here. You're not doing shit over there in Merced. Yes, I was in Merced for 3 solid ass years on parole, 36 months. Couldn't go nowhere, had to stay within county lines, had to ask my parole officer, ask another grown man if I could even go to a fucking club or go anywhere. That's just how it was. Anyone that's ever been on parole knows they'd come to my pad, handcuff me, search all the common areas, snatch my fucking room up. I mean, it was just all bad. Let me see you toss it up. They were tossing my fucking house up constantly, or my pad, wherever I was living. And I was right in my hometown, man. I was right there in Merced wiggling, non-active, not participating in the gangbanging. Nobody was really tripping on me. Nobody was fucking with me. There were a few that had, I guess, their chest out. They were on peacock status talking about, you know what I mean, they wanted to cancel my Christmas. But at the end of the day, no one was really making the necessary moves. Everybody was just trying to mind their own. And that's the way it is when you're considered a dropout or non-active or no longer participating. Depending upon who you are and what kind of threat you pose, homeboys won't fuck with you. You know, that's just not what it is. As long as you're not over there fucking involving yourself in dropout gangs or involving yourself in pushing propaganda and poison to the gente, no one's going to trip off you. You can go to work, stay in your fucking corner, and don't move. And that's just it. So I did that for 3 years, man. I minded my own business. I took care of my children's. I did what I had to do as a grown man. And then I decided to make a move, to make a phone call, to find out exactly what was going on somewhere else. And my jefita, my primos and my prima said, hey, come over here. There's work. So for a minute, my name was Bennett, and I went up in it, right? And I did move to Portland, Oregon for a while. Absolute truth and facts. And I had been up there before. I had been up in Oregon before, you know, visiting my jefita when she stood up there. You know, all my family, I had a lot of family, extensive family that had gravitated out there for work. And, you know, I liked it. It was all right. But I started to see the decline and the downfall of that city, man. I started to see a lot of zombies mobbing around, a lot of homelessness, just a lot that was going on that I was trying to escape and get rid of or get, you know, far from. I was trying to get a good job and take care of my family, man. Basically, that's what I was trying to do. But I was seeing that it was just, it was the repeat cycle. It was looking the same. Man, I'm here to tell you, man, it's toe up over there, right? It's toe back. It's worse than Frisco, you know what I mean? So anyways, I did trip out on it for a little while, but I was back and forth, man. I was up there with Familia, and then I'd go back to Newark, back to Modesto, man. I was in the Bermuda Triangle, and I was stuck, gente. And meanwhile, the whole time I was doing this YouTube shit, you know, I didn't have really an established place to live. I was all over the place. And then all the haters started to come, and the trolls and the people, and they started to throw addresses out there, old addresses, new addresses. Oh, addresses, oh my, right? Lions and tigers and bears. And people didn't really know. And why? Who cares? Who cares, honestly, where somebody lives? You know, I understand if you have pleito with them and you want that smoke, then you want to pull up, then you pull up. And that's just what it is. And there's nothing they can do or you could do about it, but pull up and see what happens. You know what I mean? Just don't come lacking. And that's just it. But there was a lot of people, where's Waldo? Where's Gunner? And I heard everything from, hey, we ran Gunner out of town. Let me tell you guys something. First of all, the fucking poop butt who said that ain't even from my city. So there was a rumor a while back, man, that, some fucking knack, some poop butt from I don't know, God knows where, right? From fucking where they ride camels. This motherfucker's trying to say, I'm the one who run Gunner out of Merced. I ran Gunner. Ain't no one ever ran me out of Merced, homie. I go or I don't. That's it. You know, when I moved out of Merced, I was right there living on 13th Street across the street from the DMV, homeboy, working at the Dole Company with all the active homeboys. The reason I chose to move from Merced, bro, was there was no fucking jobs there. Everybody was working at the Dole Company fucking fighting for fucking $11.50 an hour. That's why. I didn't move because some fucking supposed dropout gang member ran me out of town. You better fucking stop it. Who you kidding, Holmes? You better duck. That's it. Straight up. In Merced, the Central Valley, you better duck. That's it. You better do an LA Dodger. And that's it. You know what I mean? Because real life, these individuals that were saying these things, it was lies. Ain't no one ever ran me out of the town. I never got kicked out of my city. That ain't the way it works. You either get killed in your city or you don't. You know, I don't know where people like to get all these stories in their mind. Oh, I ran you out of here or I ran you out of there, homie. I don't run, homie. They might say my name's Runner, but I'm not running nowhere. I'm running to where the nearest job is at. Give me a jale. I need money. I need to take care of my kids. I got child support. I got shit to take care of. That's it. Yep. That's all I did was run the increments up. That's it. So anyways, at the time that I started the YouTube channel, the big secret is I was living in the Pacific Northwest, Newark, and Modesto, the triangle. So when I said, hey, I'm staying out here in Modesto, I was in Modesto. When I was saying, hey, I'm staying out here in Newark, I was in Newark at that particular point in time. Now, I'd be a fool and an idiot to let everybody know my exact whereabouts and where I lay my head. You don't shit in your own backyard. You never let anyone know your spot, your spiggity, where you're at exactly, right? But when people are constantly, where's Waldo? Where is he? Where is he? Why? Where are you? You know where are you? Oh, I'm still in my hometown. I'm still in your hometown. That's because you're a knack, homie. That's because you're a knack and you ain't really never did nothing. See, if you're living the lifestyle that I lived, that I once was part of something really, that I was involved in things really, homes, you know, and I've changed my life, then you don't stay stuck and complacent in the spot where you were at. You move, homie. But I give back to my hood. What do you give back to your hood? Just because you go to the taco truck once in a while and you're a fucking mechanic at a tire shop in your neighborhood doesn't mean you're really from your neighborhood. Don't get it twisted, right? Now, those that are and still have been there from day one, man, respects to you. It ain't that serious to me. There ain't shit in my neighborhood anyways, but a whole bunch of homeboys getting locked up by the task, getting locked up by the task, getting locked up by the task, getting out. We're cool. Couple house parties, bang, bang, locked up by the task. That's all it is. It ain't no big accomplishment. You don't get a fucking participation medal for staying right there in the barrio. You know what I mean? You get the Barroso Award for hurry up and get the fuck out and get some increments about your life. On 55th, cuz. You know, that's what it's about. But I understand in the lifestyle that we've lived or gangbanging, man, that's a big, like a badge of honor. I'm still here in the hood. That's right. That's why you're still broke in the hood. I'm gone, homie. I'm going to go different places, see different things, meet different people, make different bridges to cross, homes, rather than burn all the bridges around me. Because for the most part in the neighborhood, man, where I'm from, not maybe where you're from, but there ain't nothing going on but a whole lot of meth smoking and a whole lot of homeboys playing the role. You know what I mean? There's some real righteous motherfuckers. Don't get it twisted. Much respect and love to the city of Merced. Dead end. But at the end of the day, 99% of them homeboys are going to fake it to make it. When they get locked up, they're going to drop out. Bang. There it is there. Facts. Now, I decided to move out of state permanently. So no, I no longer live in Modesto. No, I no longer live in Newark. Shout out to Newark, man. NWK, them motherfuckers in the West, they're vicious, right? Shout outs and respects to the city of Modesto, man, for the embracement. And when I was there, but I haven't lived there for quite a while, quite some time. And I know a lot of people believe Gunners, he lives in Oregon, he lives in Portland. I did, man. Facts, you know, I did for a minute. You know, my family was there, but my family decided to move. And just like the motherfucker I am, I can't cut the cord, right? I had to move along with them. So I'm out here in this great state of Washington, okay, which I've been to many a times. It's on the border of Oregon. You go up, you go to Washington, man. I went a little deeper this time into Washington, and I love the city where I'm from, man. It's beautiful. It's great. I get a lot of respect and a lot of love just from people in the community that don't know really what I'm into or what I've been into in my past. I don't get judged. You know, I'm not out here promoting gang violence and out here looking for fucking smoke and out here getting involved in the drug game and the things like that. And I don't do that in my life. I'm taking care of my kids. I'm paying my bills and I'm living, gente. I'm living. I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to Target. You know what I mean? I'm going to whatever other store, doing what I have to do. Now, a lot of people say, well, Gunner, why didn't you just tell us this in the first place? Well, who are you for me to tell? It doesn't matter where I stay and where I live, man. You know, would you bring the adversary, the opposition, or anyone to your fucking doorstep? Nah, I don't think so, man. Oh, you got caught lacking? Yeah, I got caught lacking because I was lacking. See, I'm not lacking, man. I'm just doing what I does, cuz. And at the end of the day, man, I don't think it's such a big deal. But it got to a certain point where I felt if I'm going to change my life and head in a different direction, get away from this prison genre, get away from talking about gang membership, get away from talking about audio warfare, then in order for me to do that, man, I have to be transparent and let everybody know about my addictions, about the things I'm going through, about circumstances I find myself in. Did anybody run me out of California? Absolutely not. I moved 8 or 9 years ago, back and forth. And the reason why I moved is because I needed a job. I was off parole and I needed a job. You got to understand, when you get on parole, you have to stay in the county you were busted out of unless you ask for a hardship or, you know, you parole here because your old lady moved there or whatever, you know. But me, myself, I paroled straight up facts to Merced County. You know what I mean? Those of you that know, look at the wind's going to blow right now. Antennas up. Ready? Probation officer Salas. You know what it is, right? That she was my probation. She was honest too from the hood. Probation officer or parole officer Salas. That was my parole officer, my PO Salas. And she was fucking no jokey joke. She was trying to lock us up, violation after violation after violation. I did my time. Whether it was active or non-active, none of that mattered to me. I was in prison. I got out and I stood for 3 solid ass years, non-active, right there in the city of Merced, homes. Now, I'm not trying to say, oh, nobody made a move on me. I wasn't applying pressure, so there was no pressure. This was pre-Gunners Collective, pre all the bullshit, pre that put me on everybody's radar where they're tripping on me all of a sudden, right? I was just doing my time, man, and doing my thing. I was out there living. No one was running up on me, running me out of town. Nobody was saying I had to go nowhere. No one was saying, hey, boo, we got you. There was none of that. It was when I got off parole, it was time for me to wiggle. It was time for me to do something with my life and change my area, my atmosphere. Not because I was scared or because people were they're going to get me. No, it was because it was time for me to move on and get my motherfucking Hoover groove on. I had a jam, homes. And I had a jam, not because there was some imaginary boogeyman from wherever the fuck he's from that moved into Merced and the smoking is at that gato in a fucking house with the homeboy shadow. No, there was none of that. Let me tell you what it was. And in real life, homes, what it was a situation where my family were like, hey, come get a change of scenery, come get a job, man. I wasn't even thinking in the gang aspect. So later on, when I decided to start a YouTube channel, and it just happened, and you guys know the story on that, then I decided, if for no other reason, to do what I did, you know? And eventually I found a home out here in Washington, man. No disrespect to the homeboys that are out here in Washington. I'm not out here promoting or gangbanging or doing any of that, man. And it is what it is. I get seen a lot out in Washington. I get seen, approached, hey, what's up, Gunner? What's up? Hey, I didn't know you were out here. I am, bro. That's where I am. So for those of you that are trying to find Waldo and have always wondered where, transparency, straight up. It's the state I'm in, man. I've been here for a while. You know, it's funny, and I see the Oregon stuff. Yeah, I was there for a while. I was there, man. You know, I was staying around family members and shit like that, but we all gravitated a little more north. And the reason we did that, man, because Babosos were putting out, you know, my mother's old address, my family's addresses. Anyone to try to fucking cause problems. And you notice the ones that put out addresses and do that are the ones that don't want to pull up themselves. They want other people to do their dirty work for them. They want to see drama, homes, instead of fucking handling their own business. That's just what it is, man. That's why I never indulged in that, and I never was part of that. No matter what anyone said, that's facts, and I stand my 10 on it. I just wasn't doing it, man. You know, why would I do that, man? There's children, women, all kinds of old people involved. Stop it, man. You better stop it. That ain't gangster. That's wankster. Because you were wankster and you never popped nothing. Said you were gangster, but you never shot nothing. Come on now, man. You're on a 50 Cent song, living imaginary like a fucking unicorn. Real life, real story, man. Facts are, I had to move out of state, man. And it's not because I'm scared to go back to California, because I frequently go back. I go back to visit homeboys. I go back to visit family. I go back for quinceañeras and weddings and funerals. Oh my, right? I go back just like anyone else would. But I happen to live out of state now. And it's way prior and pre-YouTube, man. Like I said, when I was doing YouTube, I was doing the triangle. I was here, I was there, I was everywhere, man. But I decided to establish in the state of Washington because it's a better job area. It's better for my family. And it's out in the middle of the sticks. It's out in the middle of nowhere, man. I don't know if you guys know. I don't even want to say the city. Let's just say it's close to the water. And that's just it. But I'm enjoying life, man. And I'm trying to get away and pull away, gente, from this prison genre, this gang genre, man. This he said, she said bullshit. I want to get away from it. And the reason I want to get away from it is not because I'm scared or because, you know, someone told me I have to or none of that. You know, I'm a grown man, man. You know, there's repercussions for whatever actions, and I'll be willing to handle that. But my fucking thing is it's dead, homes. The prison genre is dead. No one cares. There's only so much you can tell them about the pinta. Look, homie, you're going to go in there. You're either going to get fucked or you're not. You're either going to participate in the program or you're not. Bam. End of story. Straight up, homes. Hey, I can't tell you how your time's going to go because I'm not you and I don't know what you're locked up for. And I can't do your time for you. I've done mine and I can tell you how mine went. And it went all right. You know what I mean? But then on some occasions, it went all bad, right? It's just what it was. You know, but I'm away from that lifestyle. Now, I haven't been incarcerated or locked up besides a little county jail stint I did for sucking a dude in his mouth. I haven't been locked up for a minute. It's been a while, gente. My word to the wise is this, man. The knowledge you can't get in college, stay your ass up out of jail. If you're going to watch and hear about the prison genre, hear about it on YouTube. But as far as, you know, what I think and my stories, I've ran out of stories when it comes to prison, man. I've only been in prison so much, and I've told you guys all the highlights of my stay, man. It's really a boring place, man, where if you ain't involved in the motherfucking mix, like really, really heavily involved, then you ain't involved. And that's it. Period, plain and simple. But I do have a lot of other stories to tell about my life, about circumstances, about things that I was involved in on the streets, and I absolutely will, quietly as it's kept. So don't just think that I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to talk about, because I am. I'm going to continue to struggle. But that's why I moved out of state, man. I wanted to address situations, you know, people that you know, why are you lying? I'm not lying, man. I'm not lying. I'm just not letting everybody fucking know where I live, man. Straight up. Am I fucking about also? Sometimes, but not all the time. Was I born in the daytime? Yeah, but not yesterday in the daytime. You know, come on now. Let's be righteous and let's be real. And let's support each other as a raza. Doesn't matter what state you're in. Doesn't matter what block you're in. But you're not in the hood no more. You're not either. Believe me, if you were there, all you'd smell is fucking fentanyl and meth smoke and see tiradas walking like this. Wangala, wangala, wapo, wangala, wangala. And I already probably been fucked them a long time ago. Or the homies did. And it's ugly. You know what I mean? I got my lady now. I got my family. I'm just doing my thing. Anyways, with that being said, I hope I answered your questions. And for that one dude, I don't even know where he's at. He's probably locked up again. Tweaked out, saying, I'm the one that ran Gunner at him or said, you better stop it, homies. For a whole bunch of Sureños come from Winton, slap you up in the face, homes, and next thing you know, you're gone. That's how it really works, man. Ain't no one ever ran me out of the town. I got a lot of respect and love in the town, and I got a lot of people that don't like me in the town, and that's just what it is. But you, Bobble, so I don't even know who the fuck you are. Hey, I hate it when vatos that you never seen in your life have your name in their mouth and their dick all up in their lives on their dick suckers. Hey, I'm the one that did this. You ain't you're the one that fucking ran your neck on YouTube. That's about it. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And remember, man, cut and dry, raw and real. We keep it riggedy around this motherfucking kiggity. This is how it's going to be. I'm going to let you guys know exactly what it is. Transparency is the key, man. Big Boxer told me a long time ago, just be transparent with everything. He was absolutely right, man. Respects to him for that. Respects to everybody for all the support. That's what it is. So, with that being said, man, no, I don't live in Califas anymore. I moved. You know what I mean? Got to do what's best for my family. And I never got ran out of nowhere. Stay up, man. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and struggle and strive for what I honestly and fucking truly believe in. You know what I truly believe in? Raza way. That's to the bone, like Miklo. Bang, bang.